Hola, ¿cómo están? Today we're going to start learning about the country called España. España is how we say Spain in Spanish. It's also where we get the word español from, which is the language that they speak in España. That's how we say Spanish, español. So sometimes we have to be careful when we're talking about a Spanish speaking person. Sometimes people might say, oh, that person is Spanish, when they mean they're a Spanish speaker. If we say that somebody is Spanish, that means that they come from the country of Spain. In the same way that shouldn't call ourselves English unless we come from the country of England, right? Only people that are from England are English, and only people who come from Spain are Spanish. So the correct thing to say is that a person that speaks English is called an English speaker, or a person that speaks Spanish is called a Spanish speaker, but don't call everybody that speaks Spanish Spanish people, because they're not. Only things from Spain are Spanish. But Spain was the first country to speak Spanish. Spain is in Europe, the continent of Europe, on the other side of the Atlantic Ocean from us, and it's the only country in Europe where Spanish is spoken. A long time ago, about 500 years ago, explorers from Spain sailed across the Atlantic Ocean to check out what was on the other side of the world. Back then, they didn't have Google Maps, they didn't have GPS, they didn't know what was on the other side of the ocean. So these Spanish explorers were some of the first people to set out, and they discovered that there was a bunch of land on the other side of the ocean. They found North and South America. So Spanish explorers settled in places like Mexico, all the way down through Central America, and all the way on the western side of South America. And all of those countries became Spanish-speaking countries because those Spanish explorers taught the native people that were already living there how to speak Spanish. And that's how Spanish spread to 20 different countries. Started from one country, Spain, and then it spread across the ocean with these explorers 500 years ago. So Spain is an important country to talk about because they were the first Spanish speakers on the world. So as we talk about Spain, we're also going to talk about los animales. And I bet you can guess what that word means because that is a cognate word. We're going to talk about animals. So here are some pictures of Spain. Spain is an interesting place because it's very, very old. And so they have a lot of cool buildings like castles and things that are super, super old, way older than any buildings we have here in the United States because our country is much newer than Spain is. So this is a building called La Alcazaba. It's in a city called Malaga in Spain. And it's a really old kind of a fortress type of a building. And then at the bottom of the page, we have a picture of La Granja de la Familia. This is a family farm in Spain. There are some parts of Spain that touch the ocean and have beach. There are some parts of Spain that are big cities. There are some parts of Spain that have really old buildings like castles and forts and things. But then there are big parts of Spain that are just countryside that have farms and all kinds of farm animals. And so we're going to be talking about those. Here's some more pictures from Spain. We have some ovejas, some sheep on a hill. There's lots of parts of Spain that are very hilly. And at the bottom, we have un gato, a cat. So as we talk about animals in Spain, vamos a aprender sobre, we're going to learn about las mascotas, pets. Los animales de la granja, farm animals. And then we'll talk about cómo se mueven los animales, which means how do animals move. And then last we'll talk about cómo cuidar a los animales. How do we take care of animals? So lots and lots to talk about with Spain. There's a picture of a guitar on this page because it was Spain that invented the guitar. And that is how we got it here in North America, people from Spain brought it over when they were exploring these continents on this side of the Atlantic Ocean. The flag of Spain is rojo y amarillo, red and yellow. Those are the Spain colors. So you'll see lots of red and yellow as we talk about Spain. So I bet in Spain they really like McDonald's because the colors of McDonald's are red and yellow too. So let's dive in. We'll take a look at las mascotas. Las mascotas. Kate says, Mira el perro. And the perro says, guau, guau, guau. Becky says, Mira la gata. And the gata says, meow, meow, meow. Did you know that even animals speak different languages? They kind of do. When we talk about animal noises in English, we say that a dog says woof, or we say a dog barks. But in Spanish, they say that a dog says guau, guau. We say that a cat says meow, but in Spanish they say meow. Almost the same, just spelled a lot differently, right? Meow. So, Becky and Kate are giving a command in these sentences. That means they're not using a subject. A subject means the person who's doing the action, like I, or you, or we, or he, or she, something like that. So in these sentences, she's just saying, look at the dog, look at the cat, but not really saying who, just kind of everybody, hey, everybody, look at the dog, everybody, look at the cat. And that is called giving a command when we make our sentence like that without a subject. Mira el perro, mira la gata. Now, can you tell if the cat is a boy or a girl? Cat. It's a girl cat because we changed it to an A on the end. So we can do that for animals. If we know that the animal is a girl animal, we should change the endings to A's and make it say la gata. If we know that the animal is a boy, we should leave the O's on the end and say things like el perro. If we don't know if the animal is a boy or a girl animal, we usually say the name with the O on the end. That's just kind of for boy animals or we're not really sure. We leave it with the O. So, mira el perro, guau, guau, guau. Mira la gata, meow, meow, meow. ¿Cómo hace? ¿Cómo hace means what kind of sounds do they make? What do these animals say? El perro hace guau, guau. La gata hace meow, meow. So even in other languages, even animals speak with a little bit of a different way of saying things. Instead of woof, woof, guau, guau in Spanish. So we'll watch a video with lots of animal sounds in it and you can hear. Some are pretty similar. Some ways that we describe animal noises are pretty similar between Spanish and English, but a lot of times they're really different. So it's kind of interesting how other languages hear the sounds that animals make and how they imitate those sounds using the sounds of their own language. Muy bien. Las mascotas de los niños. These are the pets of children. So this word mascotas is a false cognate. Do you remember what that means? It means it's a word in Spanish that looks like an English word, but it doesn't really mean what you think it means. Remember when we talked about the word playa? And playa doesn't mean play, even though it looks like play. It means beach. This word mascota is like that too. It's a false cognate. In English, we have the word mascot. A mascot is a type of an animal, but it's usually the animal that represents a school. So the Henry Barnard mascot is a tiger. Do you know Henry the Tiger? That's our mascot. Professional sports teams have mascots too, like the Philadelphia Eagles or the St. Louis Cardinals, things like that. A mascot is usually an animal or something else that represents a team or a school. So in Spanish, though, the word mascota, it's an animal, but it's not an animal that represents a school. It's a pet. So be careful with that word mascotas. It means pets. So these are the pets of the kids' pets. Las mascotas de los niños. Yo me llamo Miguel. Él es mi perro, Sultán. Sus orejas son grandes. Yo me llamo Cristina. Ella es mi gata, Mimi. Sus ojos son pequeños. So we have two new friends from Spain. We have Miguel and Cristina. See how they're wearing red and yellow? Because those are the Spain colors. People from Spain love red and yellow. Yo me llamo Miguel. We know what that means. My name is Miguel. Él es mi perro, Sultán. He is my dog, Sultán. Is it a boy dog or a girl dog? Boy dog, because he said él, and he used the word perro with an O on the end. Él es mi perro, Sultán. This is my dog, Sultán. Sus orejas son grandes. Means his ears are, what does grande mean? Big. His ears are big. See how we put an S on both of those words, orejas and grandes, and even the word sus, meaning his. His ears are big. They all have to agree with each other. They have to look the same. So we put an S because we're talking about more than one ear. Sus orejas son grandes. His ears are big. Yo me llamo Cristina. My name is Cristina. Ella es mi gata, Mimi. Is it a boy cat or a girl cat? It's a girl cat because she said ella, she, and she used the word gata with an A on the end. So that we can tell is a girl cat. Ella es mi gata, Mimi. She is my cat, Mimi. Sus ojos son pequeños. Do you remember what the word ojos means? Eyes. Her eyes are small, pequeños. Grande, big, pequeño, small. So again, we're talking about more than one eye, so we need to make all the words in the sentence plural. Sus ojos pequeños. Her eyes are tiny, small. Muy bien. Bueno, escucha y repite, por favor. Perro, gata, orejas, ojos. Let's see if we can remember how to describe the dog's ears. Ready? Sus orejas son grandes. Make sure we put an S on the end because we're talking about more than one ear. Sus orejas son grandes. And how about the cat? Sus ojos son pequeños. Again, make sure we put that S on there because we're talking about more than one eye. Sus ojos son pequeños. El perro, sus orejas son grandes. Y la gata, sus ojos son pequeños. Muy bien. Une. Let's see if we can connect. Who owns which animal? El perro es de Miguel, sí. Y la gata, Mimi, es de ella. Perfecto. ¿Grande o pequeño? ¿Qué tal el perro? ¿El perro es grande o pequeño? El perro es grande, sí. ¿Y el gato es grande o pequeño? El gato es pequeño. The cat is small and the dog is big. Muy bien. ¿Y qué tiene? What body parts do these animals have? ¿Qué tiene? What do they have? La gata tiene ojos, dos ojos, uno, dos. Tiene orejas, dos orejas. Tiene patas. So when we're talking about an animal, we don't say pies. When we're talking about people, we call your feet pies. But when we're talking about an animal, we call their feet paws. And so in Spanish, the way we say that is patas, patas. Ojos, orejas, patas. ¿Cuántas patas tiene? tiene cuatro patas, tiene cuatro patas y una cola, a tail, una cola. Tiene una cola. Entonces, la gata tiene dos ojos, dos orejas, cuatro patas y una cola. Now, let's see if the dog is the same. El perro tiene dos ojos, dos orejas, cuatro patas y una cola. Just the same, ¿verdad? Pero la gata es pequeña. The cat is little. Y el perro es grande. The dog is big. La gata tiene ojos pequeños. The cat has small eyes. Y el perro tiene orejas grandes. The dog has big ears. Muy bien. Repiten, por favor. Platero es un burro pequeño. Platero tiene cuatro patas y dos orejas. So here's another kind of an animal we can talk about. This is platero, and platero is a burro. Can you guess what a burro is? A donkey. Platero es un burro pequeño. What kind of a donkey is he? He's a little donkey. Platero tiene cuatro patas. What does platero have? 4 feet, 4 hooves, y dos orejas, and 2 ears. So let's try it at the bottom here. Platero es un burro. What kind of burro? Pequeño. Platero tiene cuatro patas y platero tiene dos orejas. Muy bien. So, we learned about gato, cat, perro, dog, and burro, donkey. And we learned about ways that we can describe them. We can talk about their parts of the body, ojos, orejas, patas, cola. We can talk about their size, grande or pequeño. And we learned all about Spain. So make sure that you watch some videos about animals, and you can watch some more videos about Spain. You can make me a flip grid about your favorite kind of a pet, and you can play some games to help you practice all those animal words. But now, let's have a look at our workbook page. We're going to look at page number 31, página 31. Dice, dibuja, draw, dibuja. Él es mi perro. Sus orejas son grandes. So what do we need to draw? Some ears. And what do the ears need to look like? They need to be big ears. So can we give this perro some nice orejas grandes? Something like this. Ajá, él es mi perro. Sus orejas son grandes. Muy bien. Ella es mi gata. Sus ojos son pequeños. What do we need to draw on this cat? Some eyes. And are they big or little? Some little eyes. Something like this. Boop. Sus ojos son pequeños. Perfecto. You can color those guys in if you like. El perro y la gata. Excelente. El perro tiene orejas grandes y la gata tiene ojos pequeños. Muy bien. All right, our last page for today, la página 32, dice, encierra en un círculo el dibujo correcto. Okay, we're going to circle the correct drawing. Grande, the big dog. We're going to circle. How about pequeño? Let's circle the little cat. Which one is a picture of patas? Feet or ears? Feet. Patas. Cuatro patas tiene el perro. How about oreja? An eye or an ear? Oreja. Ear. Oreja. And how about cola? A tail or a foot? La cola. Tail. Perfecto. So, learned lots of stuff about animales today, and we learned all about España. So have fun playing games and watching videos and making videos. Practice talking about all your favorite pets in Spanish. Siguen practicando. Hasta luego. Ciao.